Check, check. You guys hear me now? Do you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. I think you can hear me now, right? Yes? Thumbs up? Thumbs up in the chat. Let me know. Can you guys hear me now? I see a bunch of how is there no sound? No? Nothing? Now? Yes? Gosh. What in the... Hello, everybody. So that whole time, nothing. Amazing. Well, you know, for those of you who are subscribers, drop in the boomer emoji. That's what it's for. Actually, there's a new perfect segue. I planned this all, everybody. Check out on the special emoji. If I'm not mistaken, check out on the special emoji. And there is a am I muted emoji. Let me double check. Yes, I will put it in the chat. And you guys can double up on that. I just posted that. That one won in the poll, in the Discord poll. I'm just talking a bunch of gobbledygook right now because maybe a lot of people who are joining the stream have no idea what I'm talking about. So let me rewind. Of course, my name is Rocky Ballesteros. Welcome to my Wednesday Comics. How are you guys all doing? This is my chance to go over what comic books I picked up this week and also just chat with you guys and share the new books that I picked up. Sometimes they're from the comic book store. Sometimes they're from my own collection. Sometimes they come in the mail when Santa Claus is in town. But yes, this is my weekly show, usually weekly show, every Wednesday, because that's when new comic books come out. So sorry for the little sound snafu at the beginning. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea what happened. I'm going to blame it. I was trying something new through Discord and through memberships, and it all seems like it didn't work. So I'll explain it to you. Last show, I shared with you guys that we started memberships. So if you're interested, please hit the join button at the bottom of this screen, and you can join and become a member on YouTube. I have two places you can become a member. The YouTube membership is here, one tier, $1.99 a month, and it's just for enhance the experience. You can become a channel member, and you get a little badge, which I changed. Sorry, I changed, guys, the badges a little bit. I was tweaking it. I was looking. It was an ink blot. I switched it up. It's my old profile icon of this image that I drew from a Terror in the Trenches contest. So that is the badge now for channel members here. But I'll show you guys as you progress in more months to come, your badge will change. And before it was just an ink blot and then different colors of the ink blot. But I decided it'd be kind of cool to make it a little bit more tied to this channel. So I actually changed them I think it's for the first, I want to say 6 months and then a year. The badges are based off of the master studies I did. So I can actually bring those up. On screen in a second. I'll show you guys the new badges. But let me catch up before I get too far behind, because I tend to do that, to get too far behind. Oh, and before I catch up, the other thing was I have a membership on a site called Fourth Wall. And that's one thing I have not set up for this channel yet, but I want to show up a little like window or a logo or something for Fourth Wall saying, bling, this is, where the memberships are. And that's for a little bit of a deeper dive. If you're a fan of me as an artist, that'll be a place where you can get some behind the scenes videos. You can get some exclusives, and you can just kind of see my process. I'm also going to be uploading very soon. First batch should be by the end of this week. I'm doing high-res scans of the master studies, all the master studies I've done on my channel. There are, I think, 8 total, both pencils and inks. But I'm doing high-res scans of those, and those are exclusive to the people who are paying membership in Fourth Wall, which is $6 a month. And I call those my groundbreakers. And so they get a little bit of inside access just because they're willing to put, plunk down some money to support me. I'm willing to give them more bang for their buck. And then on top of all that, I've been exploring pretty in depth this last week or so Discord. And so I started a new Discord channel. I know some people are kind of like iffy on Discord. I find it actually kind of cool. It's like chat 24 hours. It can be. And it's a way to just kind of build out the community more. Some of you guys already signed up last week. Thank you so much. I've interacted with you, hopefully. Different things I've been doing. I've been creating different rooms, trying different things out. One of the things I was trying was like the stream room where you can actually stream videos and watch them as a group on Discord. I know some of you guys who are familiar with Discord know this. It's really big with gamers. But yeah, I realize that you can do that like with movies or YouTube videos or whatever. And there's no copyright issue because it's a private channel. So that's awesome. And I was just trying some stuff out. Lo and behold, some of you guys who are on Discord popped in and said, what's going on? So it was really cool to kind of connect with you guys in that way. I think we'll do some sort of watch parties later. It'll be great when we do like community film studies, something I mentioned last stream. So it's really cool. That kind of opened up the potential of another aspect on Discord. And actually it was really fun because I was streaming, I can't even remember what I was streaming yesterday, but Mark's music obsession popped in and he actually turned on his voice so I could hear his voice in there. So we were actually talking, which was awesome. It was more than just seeing little text blurbs. I could actually hear Mark's voice. It was great talking with you, Mark. So just fun like aspects of that. So please join Discord. Just if you like this community, if you like the people in the chat, we're just kind of hanging out there. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'd love for you guys to help me build that out, stuff that you would like to see, and it also helped feedback more quickly than just on YouTube, how to build these things out, what you guys would like to see, yada, yada. For those of you who can, please post a Discord invite link in the chat. And if you don't, I will do it later, maybe. But yeah, it's invite only, but just like, I think you can get it if you are part of Discord. I think you can send out invites to other people to join. So I would love to have you guys there. Anyway, all that being said, My Wednesday Comics moves on, keeps going. Don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. Nothing. I'm still doing it, and I'll still be doing master studies. Nothing's going to change there. This is just my way of growing the channel a little bit more and, adding a few more bells and whistles as we continue to grow. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. Now let me catch up in the chat because I know I'm way behind here. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says, how dare you have a comic show on Wednesday?
How do you say monkey in French?
It's true. It's not normal. I mean, I try and make it normal, but the last few days it hasn't been on Wednesday. So I think last time it was Friday, right? So we try, but sometimes schedule doesn't allow. But good having you here, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Mo Big's in the house.
Better known as Mo, Big wasn't always the confident voice we hear today.
Mo Biggs was the most slighted member of the chat since last stream when we were trying out memberships and gift memberships and all that. I was rewatching that, and that was a disaster. I'm sorry, Mo Biggs. Mo Biggs did not get a gift membership. Maybe I'll kick those out later in this chat. See where they land. Totally random, totally arbitrary. We can't control it. So apologies, Mo Biggs. Hopefully one will come. Mark's music obsession is here. Of course he is. Good seeing you, Mark. And like I mentioned earlier, it was great talking with you and hearing your voice. I love that. I know it's weird on the internet. It's like, how far access do I let total strangers have? But I feel like we've gotten to know each other a little bit more, Mark, as the months and years have gone by, and it's just been awesome. And you're such a good dude, and it was great to hear your voice on Discord yesterday. So that's kind of the cool thing. Like, I don't think you can really do that on YouTube. And so it's cool that Discord gives you that ability. But I was watching some cool stuff. I was watching some all sorts of cool stuff. Sometimes I'll just if you guys join me on Discord, I'm up all hours sometimes late night, and I'll just throw something up because I'm just trying to figure out how it works. So last couple nights I've been throwing up different movies. I threw on like Akira, the Transformers movie, a few different YouTube videos I had to catch up on, and then I'm just working as I'm listening, but it's open, So I told Mark, I think it was Mark or John, I felt like it's like I'm watching something in college and, my room door is open and then people just walk in and go, hey, what are you watching? And then they kind of hang out for a little bit and then they leave. And that's how it felt. So it was kind of cool. So I encourage you guys, join Discord. Come on. I was very hesitant to start Discord. But it's cool. It's kind of cool. Let me put this up here. Oh, and then I asked you, Mark, did you see the Groundbreaker post? So one thing I did on just now is, one of the things I want to give access to the Groundbreakers, who are Groundbreaker members of my channel, is exclusive stuff that other people can't see. And so I posted it on, I think I failed you, Mark. I'm just thinking now. I posted it on Discord. I totally failed you because I said I was going to post it on Fourth Wall and I didn't. It's going to get confusing. I got to find a better rhythm of where this information goes out. Maybe it's both of the places. But what I thought would be kind of cool is I made a little pre-show video. So the video before this one went live, I did a pre-show video of me it's me on camera, but I'm just like getting ready and I'm muted. Maybe that was part of the problem. But it's just me getting ready. You can see me like adjusting the lights and like moving stuff around, like fixing the camera and the mic and stuff like that. And it's just like, it was just a 15-minute thing, but I called it my pre-show. And I thought that would be kind of a cool thing for people to see if they wanted to, who had the member access. So I'll try that a couple more times. If it's a total flop and nobody shows up, then I won't bother. But I might actually make that open. I might make that public after a few days, but I thought it would be cool if people who are members, the Fourth Wall members, get a little bit more access that way. It's a little confusing with 2 memberships, 2 different places. I'm still figuring that out, but there's reasons why I did that. So anyway, I apologize, Mark, that you missed that. I'll try better. I'll try to get that a little bit more streamlined next time. Mo Big says, I'm not on Discord, so I'm out of the loop. Last bit of news I heard was oh gosh, I just heard that on the news. That is crazy. Charlie Kirk, Cranberry Landers is here. What's up, Charlie Kirk?
This is a cranberry full of power.
Yeah, that's really shocking, that news. I'm not a huge political follower, but I have heard of Charlie Kirk. I've seen some of his commentaries, some of his videos that he does on different college campuses. And I heard in the news that he was shot earlier today and then he died. And it's crazy, in the middle of one of his, debates. And he's a super smart guy, conservative. Yeah, really, really shocking. So it's kind of messed up that happened. No matter what your political beliefs, killing somebody else, I mean, it's all assumed that it was politically motivated, but all signs point to that, at least from what I've heard. So that is nuts. That's crazy. It's I don't know what people are thinking. No sound. Hopefully I fixed that all. Cranberry Langer says, yeah, the flags are at half mast right now. Holy cow. Crazy. Rocky attempted to persuade us to visit his local comic shops, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. No sound. Yes, I'm muted. Yes. When the Secret Service told Rocky he had the right to remain silent. Lindsay Rose. Save us, Lindsay Rose.
Roses are red. Violets are blue.
Lindsay Rose says, how is there no sound? I don't know. Hopefully you guys have not been saying the last 20 minutes that there's still no sound. I think it got fixed, right? It got fixed, right? Yes. Now Rocky knows how second cat feels when it's begging him for attention. Mo Big says, I hear you. Okay, great. Thank you guys. Awesome one. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Crazy, right?
Yes, that's awesome.
What is the world we live in? It's nutso. It's crazy nutso. Like people just speaking. Yeah. When you can get to that point where it's like your enemies are worth you like murdering for speaking their. It's crazy. I'm really sad to hear all that is happening. Was the early video intentionally just a no sound blurred image video, Rocky? So maybe it wasn't supposed to be no sound. It wasn't supposed to be no sound, Mark. It had background music. It didn't have my mic on, which that would be weird. I'm gonna keep that muted for any pre-show thing. But I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch it. I could have flubbed the whole thing. So maybe it was good you didn't show up. We'll get it better. We will get it better, guys. As if you know me, there's improvement. I'm on an improvement curve, like baby steps. I don't get it right the first time, but I build on it. I work on it. Mark's trying out the new emoji. Yes. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Condolences to his family. He has young kids too. Ugh, it's gross. It's really gross. Let's make today a super show. Charlie would have wanted that way. Well, I mean, I don't know if any kind of comic can make up for that man's life, but we'll try and put a little bit of positivity out there today for sure. Cranberry Langer's taking off. See you later, Cranberry. That's right. Just dropping the tragedy and then leaving. We don't need no stinking badges. That's what Mo Big says. Mark's Music Obsession says the new badge is much better. Awesome, Mark. I was about to get my 2-year badge on Bancroft's channel when he started gatekeeping me from gift memberships, Rocky style. Dang. Is that the story? Is that how the story goes? Ugh. Yes, Mark's Music Obsession is a groundbreaker. Fourth wall is for the diehard Rocky Rangers. You'll find laps and laps of yaps. Which I do have a yap. Hit up that yap. Huh? The yap emoji. I'm prepared. And you guys get access to that if you're members here on YouTube. Lindsay Rose says I was resting to an earlier stream earlier. That's good. Emo Trash is cranky and not apologizing. No problem, Emo Trash. It's okay. Thank you for being here anyway. For more reasons than just Charlie. Understood. Understood. Some days are just crappy days. And but we're gonna try and bring a little bit of sunshine in this very dark day. We'll try. We got to do it. We got to do it. We can't just sit down and take the hit of the suckiness of humanity. Sometimes we got to put out our positivity and also not like make light of these really, really tragic events that happen. So my condolences out to Charlie Kirk's family. It's not worth it. It's not worth a life for people to be crazy. A couple times you heard beeps and had to remind Mark that he had already dialed. Hey, at work, busy, but swing by to say aloha. What is up, Jason? How you doing, Jason? Jason's hard at work, and he's also been streaming quite a bit. I haven't been able to join. I keep catching him after they're done, Jason, but I know he's streaming a lot with the book he's working on. Frog G Book is. Check out his campaign on his website, Unhinged Entertainment, I believe it is. Go check out his YouTube channel. Always fun YouTube content on Jason's channel. Everybody's saying hello. Thank you, Mo Biggs. Yes, I'm glad you're surviving too, Mo Biggs. Hopefully I didn't sound way different than I did than in person. I suspect I did. Well, Mark, to be honest, no, you didn't. You don't sound different because you posted that review video. What was that? 6 months ago, a year ago? That review video of that audio component that you did. And I heard your voice then. That's when I first kind of got to know you. But the accent is strong, Mark. It is. Not going to lie. The Southern accent is there, but I love it. I love it. From one fellow Southerner to another. I love it. I credit the fact that I never ate that Jell-O debacle. Come on now. Come on now. Shooting the fat. That's right. It was on Discord instead of Fourth Wall, but it was in a members section of Discord, which you get, right, Mark? You get that section. You should. So anyway, I will get that a lot more streamlined. I got to write myself I'm a visual person, so I got to write myself a little bit of a map or draw myself a map of like, when posting this, post it here and here, when not. And we're going to get that streamlined because just to repeat what I did last week or what I said last week, I felt like if I put too much of those membership tiers in YouTube and only have it consolidated in YouTube, it's going to be a problem. And YouTube doesn't have the flexibility of the kind of stuff that I want to make available in memberships. So that's why I branched out to Fourth Wall. However, that does put the onus on me to be a little bit more organized and make sure all the notifications get out right. So bear with me. We will get there. It'll be great. It'll be a well-oiled machine in no time. Cross our fingers. The pre-show is Rocky getting Freddy in front of the mirror. He can't play it on YouTube because he'll get copyright strike for playing Goodbye Horses. It is kind of me, like adjusting my hair, getting up, moving things around. It is kind of that. I don't know. We'll see. Rocky read my Charlie Kirk comment, but missed the important part. I did. Oh, the pig. See, we can't joke around about that stuff, Mo Biggs, in light of this tragic event. Come on now. I wouldn't bring stuff like that up in here unless it was topical to a channel or stream. I am not anywhere near political commentary or commentator, and not smart enough to debate stuff or, have like apologetics or whatever. So yeah. And this is, people come here for comics. I'm going to bring them comics day in, day in, day out, day in and day out, night in. I'm going to bring you comics as much as I can. So I agree with you, Mo Biggs. But like it was just fresh in the news. And so a little shocking. And I also wanted to acknowledge the chat. Make sure you guys know I see what you guys write, even though it's 30 minutes late. Drop that 30-minute emoji. See, all sorts of like wonderful, applicable emoji. I thought the silent intro was Rocky standing in protest with me over YouTube silencing me from using the member emoji. Nope. I watched some after this started. I appreciate the extra Fourth Wall members content. It's a good idea to promote. Okay, cool, Mark. We'll keep working on it. We'll make it better. That's the best part. The yap. That's right. Wow. Upside down yap. That's awesome. I think mine is broken. Emo Trash says update. Sneezing hurts. Oh, that's a good song, Lindsay Rose. That's a good song. That video has like 8,500 views. There you go, Mark's Music Obsession. That's why your voice is not a surprise. That's why. Because 8,500 people know have heard it. Yes, I get that section. I now leave Discord and the Rocky Inc. app open. So confusing. I'm sorry. We'll make it work. Okay, looking forward to the scans of the Master Studies as a perfect reward for the... There we go. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Actually, I was scanning them all yesterday at the copy center because I don't have a scanner big enough for it. And right before I did it, I actually realized I had to get my Rocky chop, the red mark, stamped on all of that. And that was a little nerve-wracking, not going to lie, because if you screw it up, there ain't any fixing that red mark. And so I was a little nervous about doing that chop, but that's kind of what makes them each unique. So I did it on all of the Master Studies, both the pencils and the inks. And so yeah, they were there, and then I scanned it in, and it was cool to kind of look at the scans. I just have to do a little bit of formatting left, a couple like cleanup issues here and there, but they'll be ready, and I'm hoping to shoot out, if not all of them, the first batch of them by the end of this week, Mark. So I will for sure notify on Fourth Wall and Discord both about those being ready. I think Fourth Wall is the best place to download those. So yeah, it'll definitely be coming through Fourth Wall. So keep your eyes peeled for that, Mark. And let me know what you think once you get it, because I'm really curious to see what you think about seeing high-res scans of that stuff. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says 29 minutes pre-maturing 30. I'm thinking of actually, because the more members that we get here on YouTube, the more it'll unlock more emojis that I can add, which is awesome. I think right now we have 8 total. I think that's the limit. The newest one being the Am I Muted emoji. But I'm thinking of doing different times. So like 30 minutes we have right now for the turtle. I'm thinking of doing like a 15-minute one, as if that's realistic. Maybe I'll do a 45-minute one. I don't know, but a couple of those turtles I think will be really funny. Mobig says, I watched a bit of it, Rocky Me, expecting a super drawl, but it was just a minor accent. Really? Really? I wonder what's a super drawl for you. Mark's got a pretty strong accent. Sorry to like reveal Mark, in case you were hoping to keep that under wraps, but his accent's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. It feels Southern with a capital S, if not deep South. So it's awesome. I love the Southern accent. It's something that growing up, because I did grow up in the South for a good part of my childhood, I always loved the Southern accent. There's something like really comforting and friendly about it. Mark says it was just an experiment because I received the first one of those units in the US when it released. One of the first 3 to hit the States. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, go check out Mark's Music Obsession, his channel. Go subscribe to it. Support Mark. And if you're into audio equipment or music obsessions, that's the place to be. Mobig says, I was expecting this pedal makes your guitar squeal like a That's awesome. Your phonetics are perfect right there, Mobigs. The word drawl is fun. Yes. Amazing. I don't plan on trying any better production efforts at this point. That's okay, Mark. I think, just doing what's easy, because once you up the production game, I take it from my experience, it gets infinitely more complicated, like exponentially more complicated. And so, yeah, it's just a lot to kind of remember. And I think that's why I need to write out a list of like, step 1, check this, check the audio, which I don't know why my audio went out. That was really, really bizarre why it went out. But oh well. I don't mind it as long as no built-in stereotypes come attached. No, sir. No, sir. Okay. All right. I think I caught up in the chat. That's amazing. And we are 35 minutes. We are on target, everyone. Make sure you hit that like before we get started. Make sure you hit that like. If you would love to, you know what I'm going to do too is let's do the, can I do the gift memberships? Yes. I have 5 gift memberships left to send this month. I'm doing it. All right, Mobigs. Shall we? Shall we like cross our fingers? Let's see what happens. I'm sending them right now, Mobigs. As maybe last time, it took a little bit of time for them to click in for people receiving them. Oh, here they go. Mobigs. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. We got you, man. We got you. There we go. It was like rolling the dice a little bit. Who is Rob Koga? I've never heard of that guy. Matt B Studio, also not heard of that person. Adam, I do know Adam. Hasn't been here in a while. Hopefully he comes back. Sam said it. Don't know. But I do know Mo Biggs, and Mo Biggs got one. So that was. I was stressing a little bit. But welcome to the club, Mo Biggs. Try it out. Everybody's happy. Everybody is happy. Take that, Forehead. Mark's Music Obsession. I think that's in reference to Bancroft. Mo Biggs says, now I'm ready. Here he goes. Let the emoji fly. All right, I'm so happy. I'm super happy that made my day. Okay, so let's get to comics now, shall we? Now that we did that, now that we got the tough issues out of the way, this week's was pretty good. Last week was nothing, right? So I did that stream where you guys can check out last my Wednesday comic stream. I went over things that were just from my collection, and that was really fun because sometimes the weekly comic or the fix that I get from reading comics during the week has to do with me digging through my old collection and seeing things that I forgot I had, or like old favorites or whatever. And so, yeah, because last week there was no new books that I picked up, I decided to do that. And that was really fun. We looked at the Madman bubblegum card set, which was was the chat's favorite at the time. The Michael Golden portfolio of Doctor Strange. We looked at a French artist by the name of Claire Wendling. She's incredible. That was a shout out to Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 because he loves his bande dessinée French artists. And then what else did we look at? We looked at the Doctor Strange. There was one more thing. I totally forgot. But anyway, that was really fun. And no, that's not what we looked at. I think a big chunk of that was the Bubblegum Madman set, but I know there's one more thing that we looked at that I'm not sure. Anyway, so yeah, that was super fun. But this week I was able to pick up some monthly books, which is awesome. Emo Trash is in the house. She's gonna appreciate this one. First on the list, Redcoat. Redcoat, our favorite American history, Civil War history meets fantasy occult from the Ghost Machine guys. Jeff Johns, Brian Hitch. I can expect it being awesome because they just do so well with the series. The cool thing about this, and I kind of saw it in some of the promos for this coming out this week, they have this something about a First Ghost Prelude, which I think is going to be a new series to come out, and they're trying to like introduce it here. I don't know, I haven't even looked at this yet, so really excited to dig in on this book and see what they share with us. Let me just double check. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to show you my crotch. Let me just make sure this is focused. There we go. All right, what is that? That's my mic. All right, cool. All right, so here we go. Redcoat, number 14. Always go back and watch all the episodes that we talk about Redcoat. They always do a wraparound cover, which is no easy feat. You're drawing 2 full bleed images, and it's connecting. And I've loved all the wraparound covers for Redcoat. They've just been really good. And this one is no different. This must be about First Ghost, though, my guess. Really cool. All right, here we go. Redcoat. Mark's Music Obsession says, I'm trying to hit the like and it won't work. Doesn't do anything. Hit the like. Wait, of the stream? What do you mean it won't do anything? Really? Slight good news for me. Emo Trash says, snacks still have taste. Oh, geez. Oh, I think I blew past something you said, Emo Trash, about your sinuses. That's a bummer. Yeah, you need that. You need that taste. I know when COVID was going around and some people were like losing their taste. That sounds horrible. I think if I lose my taste, I'd go insane because like then it's like, what's the point of eating? Lindsay Rose says, I liked it because it gave us more for our viewing. Nice. Thank you for saying that. Redcoat slightly improves life. Rocky, no, I'm not. Have never had the like button not work. That's weird, Mark. Maybe hit a refresh on the window? I don't know what's going on. So many weird technical things going on. Wow. He's just double paging it. This is awesome. Maybe it's because it helps him do the book faster, just to think of one full image over 2 pages as opposed to like a million different panels. But it makes it like incredibly engaging and cinematic when he does these huge double page spreads. It's great. Yeah. I mean, Brian Hitch, man, he is not skimping one bit. There's a lot of characters, a lot of figures. It's a lot of dialogue, too. It's great. Great. I mean, you guys know what to expect with Redcoat. That's awesome. Wow, in a flaming building. Look at that black silhouette pops. That's awesome. That's really great. Just a subtle thing, a subtle art observation I'll give you guys. This black, I don't know if you can tell from the camera image, but this black is like pure black here, this silhouette. While the other blacks on the page, like the shadow here, the shadows on the figures, shadows here, all are like tinted slightly red, orange, and it makes it feel like they're in the fire. But this black just, that figure just pops up so far in the foreground, which I think is intentional. So it's awesome. It's a really cool difference in the use of blacks. Gosh, that does not look like an easy image to draw right there. Our first president. So yeah, it looks like they're escaping from a fire, trying to save George Washington's portrait. I'm sure this is based on something in history, which I don't know because I wasn't that good in history. Must have been some fire in 1814 in the White House. The Great Fire of 1814 that I must have skipped. Here we go. Wow, that's another great use of silhouettes right there. Beautiful image. Very powerful. Mo Big says Rocky might want to stream with a cat in his lap. Okay. I would hit like in your honor, but all that would accomplish is taking back the like I already gave. Yeah. My Wednesday Comics yapping. There we go. Mo Biggs using the pig feeder lady. How does it feel, Mo Biggs? How does it feel to take the car out? Okay, so this seems, I guess this makes sense. Called the first ghost, so must be tied to some sort of like presidential something or other. Like we say the first lady or, wow, that's awesome. That's rad. He's like Thor. George Washington. That's awesome. That's a great image. Is he the first ghost? I guess that would make sense. Aha. Oh, we're back in modern day period. Interesting. The most unexpected year in time. Very cool. There you go. So it seems like first ghost probably is George Washington, and how he crosses over with Redcoat. It's going to be great. There he is, solidified in American history. Cool. That's great. I feel like with these books, at least with Redcoat and, Rook Exodus has not started back up yet, but Geiger, they don't overstay their welcome. They're really, they just give you enough breadcrumbs to keep going, at least for me, to keep going back to the book. And then just when you're like, okay, what other story can they tell? Now they introduce this whole other aspect to it, or this whole other character. So it's great. I would love to be a fly on the wall of their planning process just to see how they plot this out, because they've been doing great. Redcoat number 14 is the first book of the week. All right. Mo Biggs feels empowered. It's funny what a few emoji will do. If that is the case, then I am insanely jealous of Charlie, Emo Trash says. Lindsay Rose says, I wonder if Kirk has met Washington by now. Yeah, I don't know. What happens? All right, Green Lantern Dark. So this is a series that's kind of been under the radar for a lot of people. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it, but I actually think it's quite good. I think number 6. I wish I could remember. Let me look up really quick. I want to see how many issues is this series going to be. It's supposed to be 7 issues. Is that right? Yeah, total 7 issues. So this is number 6, which we're close to the end here, and I've enjoyed it. This is the same artist as Something is Killing the Children. The artist's name is Werther Della Dera. He's got this very, very loose, sketchy style, and it's a totally. I'm really curious actually why. My hunch is like when they were coming up with the Absolute line, so like Absolute Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. My hunch is this got pitched as an idea, and they couldn't figure out how to fit it in whatever big plans they were doing for the Absolute Universe. But they liked the pitch enough that they were like, let's give you your own miniseries and call it Green Lantern Dark. That's my hunch. Because if you had told me this was part of the Absolute line, I would believe you, because it feels like a reinvention, a total retelling, and a different kind of darker aspect of who Green Lantern, or the mythos of Green Lantern is. So kind of cool. Yeah, Della Dera, if I'm pronouncing that right, has a very, very different style than what's the standard out there for any superhero books. It's super sketchy, really loose, kind of like wispy, if that makes sense. The characters aren't like heroically super muscular. They're kind of like lanky and flitty. I don't know if that's a word. Let's look at the main antagonist. It's kind of it has a little bit of like a magic flavor to it, more so than like interdimensional cops, space cops, like you normally see with Green Lantern. There's some fun expressions though that Deladera does, and it's like I feel like this artist. I can't remember if he's Italian or Spanish or whatever, but I feel like this artist has looked at like Japanese art, but it's not so blatantly manga influenced, but there is like a feel and a tone to it, but it's like his own thing too, so it's cool. It's a cool art style. Yeah, it's got a Stranger Things kind of feel. I mean, it fits because this is the artist on Something is Killing the Children, so it has a very much lives in that world, but with this like Green Lantern power aspect. This one focuses more on the lantern, the light, as opposed to like a ring of power. It's almost like he inks with like a ballpoint pen. And there's the lantern. Oh, cool. Different lanterns. Dun, dun, dun. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so there's one more issue after this. Curious to see how it wraps up, but I don't see that many people talking about it, and I'm not sure why. It's kind of like the stinky stepchild of the books. Very rarely see it in the stores, and if they do carry it, the only reason I get it is because I have it on my list. But if they do carry it, I'll see like 1 or 2 issues tops in a store. It's not like stacks like the other books. Maybe it's not selling that well, but I don't know. No way. There you go. Green Lantern Dark, issue 6. Mark's Music Obsession said, not a fan of the art style in that one. Yeah, maybe a lot of people aren't. Mo Big says, don't read this. Okay. I mean, I'm reading it, but I won't throw it up there, but okay. Interesting information there, Mo Biggs. Colors are good. Mark's Music Obsession says, yeah, the colors are quite interesting. I don't dislike it, but I don't think it's a good fit for Green Lantern. Yeah, it's very different in tone. Lindsay Rose missed the fact that it's Green Lantern. Yeah, very different in tone. That's why I felt like it almost fit into that. It's an Elseworlds thing, but it almost fit into that absolute world, because I'm not even aware of the absolute Green Lantern. There is an absolute Green Lantern, but I'm not even reading that. That one doesn't interest me at all. So this one, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it lost out in the race to get into the absolute line. Green Lantern Dark number 6. Oh, yeah, we'll keep. Don't forget, at the end of today's stream, there are just so many moving parts. We'll be voting on these. So Redcoat number 14, Green Lantern number 6. Wow, I can't believe Redcoat's already on 14 books. That's nuts. Mobig says, yeah, I don't. Why is that so tiny? Yeah, I mean, don't read it out loud. I didn't mind you reading it yourself. Okay, no problem, Mobigs. Here we go. Absolute Batman number 12. Dun, dun, dun. Last issue, we got the history of Bane. And there was a lot of parallels between Bane and his motivations of becoming Bane, at least in this absolute world, and also Batman. So they kind of had parallels there, and he's crazy. Bane's crazy, obviously. And they've also introduced Killer Croc, this world's version of Killer Croc, which is so cool. Very different from the Killer Croc we're used to in the regular Batman canon. But I believe this issue is kind of more about Killer Croc. What gives me that idea? But this is a really cool cover. Nick Dragotta is back on art for this book. Last issue, the Bane issue, was a different artist, a guest artist by the name of Clay Mann. He was good, but I do love Nick Dragotta's art. So glad that he is back on this book. I love how long Croc's head and neck is. So alien looking. And for those of you who are tracking, Croc is a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne, Waylon. So that's how they're writing him in this story. So yeah, they have history here. But they haven't gone into exactly what turned him into Killer Croc yet. Look at that. That's awesome. I love that he doesn't look like a standard crocodile, or he's like a very mutated version of one. It's like his face is at the tip of the nose of a crocodile mouth. Abomination. Oh, and I also know that they are going to, I don't know if it's in this issue or soon. I think it's the next issue. This is 12. They're going to give Catwoman her due too. I've seen some images of Catwoman in this absolute world, and it looks really different than the Catwoman you would expect. There's been mixed reviews of people and her design, but I think it's cool. I almost picked this up. I know last week, this was the only book last week that I was considering picking up. And then I flipped through it and it looked cool, but I think I'd mentioned to you guys I have a little bit of Batman fatigue. So then when I was in the store today, I looked at this and I was like, oh, should I pick it up? And I flipped through it one more time and I was like, nope. Hold fast, Rocky. Hold fast. Oh, man. Ugh. Dang. Oswald just got screwed up by Bane, it looks like. Oh, he's just like wrecking Bruce Wayne's childhood friends. Oh, it looks like Bane is the reason that all of these guys get screwed up and turn into the characters that or they're like superhero or supervillain versions, is because of Bane. That is crazy. So this guy got his like the version, this absolute version of Riddler got his eyes like destroyed by Bane, like squished. Ugh. It was cool. That is awesome. Oh. This looks like a tail. There she is, guys. First appearance. Catwoman. She's got a dome head. Oh, that's cool. That's such a cool image. I'm down. I'm digging it. Jagoda's awesome. So good, this guy. My opinion. Love his artwork. What do you guys think? It's like reflective chrome dome head of Catwoman. I'm sure there's a reason why. We'll find out soon, but that's pretty rad. That's a rad image. Is that a crocodile Godzilla? Kind of. Too many moving parts. That's right. I'm a total boomer because of it. We are Gen X, not boomers, Rocky. Are we? What? Somebody tell me what is, so that I don't have to look up because I'm lazy. Can you guys remind me what is Gen X and boomers again? What are the years of that? Like birth years? Mo Biggs, I don't know. I just know my face feels like it's less on fire now. Mo Biggs says, what I like about Absolute Batman is it really gives me an appreciation for the original character and logo designs. Mo Biggs hates it. I love it. I think it's so cool. And it's kind of telling that I would like Absolute Batman is one of my favorites right now. And yet Batman #1, the one that came out last week, which is arguably a very hardcore Batman, true to who Batman is, that I didn't want to pick it up. So I guess I'm just itching for something a little different, yet still being Batman. I don't know. I love it. I love all the reinvention and stuff. But I think it just goes to show that I'm very tied to this specific creative team, being Snyder and Dragotta on it. Any other combo, I'd be like, it's kind of weird. But I just, there's something about like just unabashed, and he could not give a care in the world, Nick Dragotta, about what the rest of the world thinks. He will just do whatever the heck he wants to do. I'm loving it. Can't wait to read this. Can't wait to read it all. It's awesome. Batman #12. There we go. Absolute Batman #12. Lindsay Rose says it must be hard picking comics. Yes and no. I think hard in a sense that, sorry, this is bothering me. Hard in a sense that well, it still didn't turn out right. Sorry. I want to make that larger. Hard in a sense, Lindsay Rose, that did I get bigger? I think that got bigger. Money. That's what makes it hard. Like just not overspending. I mean, if there was like 6 different books that came out from like Nick Dragotta, I would probably buy all 6, no matter what the cost. But I think the books that are on the fringes, like that make me debate whether or not I want to pick it up, are those that like either the creators I'm like, or the concept kind of. But if there is a creative team and a concept that I'm on board with, I will put down the money no matter what. So I've seen some people who share what comics they buy on YouTube. They'll go into a store with like a set budget. So like $25 or $40 or whatever, and they will not go over that budget no matter what. I should probably be more like that, but I'm more of the school of like, if I really like it, I'm going to buy it no matter what. And then I will debate the comics, whether or not I put down money of, okay, yeah, the ones that I'm not 100% sold on. That's where it comes into like, well, how much does it cost? Who's the artist? All that kind of stuff. Like, am I going to wait till it gets to be a collected graphic novel or buy the individual issues? All that kind of stuff. So as you guys have seen, like there's been a few series that have fallen off the radar for me, like Transformers. I just saw that the Daniel Warren Johnson run just came out, the last issue. I think it was issue 24 just came out. And I was collecting that book up till maybe issue 18 maybe or something like that, but then it fell off a little bit for me because I was like I got a little fatigued, and it was, you know, another cost, a monthly cost, and I had other books that I wanted to try out that kind of took its place. So that happens, even though I still like that creative team and I do want to read how that story ended. That happens, but yeah, so I wouldn't say it's hard. It just depends on what books come out. Mo Biggs is not a fan of. I'm assuming that comment is about that last panel. Mr. Monkey Boy says, "Nice new Brainiac, cool image, kind of funny. Not my thing, Rocky the Dome." All right, that's fine. That's fine, everybody. I don't know what years the years are, but you're Gen X, Rocky. Really? Just by my choices, by my mistakes. 1965 to 1990 for Gen X. Okay, I'm Gen X. Without revealing, I'm definitely not born in 1981. Definitely not born in 1964. So yes, I'm in Gen X. CCD, Cat Chrome Dome. That's what it is, Chrome Dome. I hope you're saying 1980 crazy being like crazy young, right? That's what you're saying. When I was in high school, they used to say 83, but they moved it back to include some late boomers. Yeah, I've seen that date kind of, depending on who you ask, depending on who's on the edges, that date shift around. But I think I'm squarely in Gen X, so that makes sense. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says, "I identify as an ashhole." Okay, we are Xennials. That's right. Third update, sneezing is still violent and painful. Oh, geez. Poor emo trash. There was one time I broke 2 of my ribs, and sneezing was the worst. It felt like somebody was stabbing me. I had like, I think I had like seasonal allergies at the time too, that I had broken my ribs. Sorry, I'm going to open up a piece of chocolate that I was meaning to eat before I got onto stream. And you guys would be happy to know that this is part of that Dubai chocolate craze. You guys heard of this? Dubai chocolate? This is Dubai chocolate I got it from Costco. The Costco near my house finally started carrying it. I heard some Costcos that were like an hour away were carrying it, and at the height of the craze, we had friends who happened to be there go buy us a bag. It was good. But now my local Costco carries it. So this is some Dubai chocolate. It's really thick, and it's pistachio cream mixed with milk chocolate and this like it's not like phyllo dough, but it's kind of this Middle Eastern kind of pastry flakes. Oh, so guys, it's very sweet, but it's really good. It gives it a little crunch. You guys know me. I'm big on the crunch. I miss that, Mo Biggs. Money. Yep, that's the biggest factor. Really. Rocky never let budgetary constraints stand in the way of the Shoop Show. That's right. No dime will be spared And that's why I love having memberships. Because you guys help me afford comics. So thank you. Much appreciated. I got a lot of fatigue. I got a little fatigue. That's what happens when you put the same guy in everything, even if he's good. Agreed. I feel like I have a little bit of Dan Mora fatigue. Phenomenal artist. One of the top artists working today in mainstream comics. But he's like on everything. At least everything DC. This is way sweet. Maybe I shouldn't have eaten it. But I see him everything. He's doing covers. He's doing interiors. There's like, everywhere I look, there's another Dan Mora book. So I'm a little bit fatigued on that. Yeah, my money flies away when it comes to comics. That's for sure. Oh, okay. Means I have an aunt that's a millennial. And to be honest, it kind of explains a lot. Yes, my ribs are better. It took a while. I mean, you can't do anything, as many of you might know, if you've broken a rib before. You can't really do anything. You can't, like, cast it, right? You can't wrap your chest in any way that really helps. It's just time and avoiding hitting it or, like, you know, re-injuring it. And I don't know if I shared with you guys, but the way I broke my ribs, I was holding one of my cats. Not my second favorite cat. My favorite cat, who is arguably fatter than my second favorite cat. I was holding him, walking down the stairs, and I had socks on. And I slipped. Tumbled down. Like, it was bad. It wasn't just like a couple steps. It was like... And my cat was okay, but I was not. The Dubai chocolate is good. I'm going to make some bars pretty... Oh, do you make it, Mark? Do you have a recipe, Mark? Mark, if you have a recipe, please either hit us up here, or like if there's a link, or Discord. I want to know, because I was thinking about that. I'm like, I wonder if I should make this, because it was kind of this like Instagram thing for a while. Everybody was making their homemade Dubai chocolate, then became this big craze, and then they started selling bars for like, I don't know, like $12 a bar or something crazy. Mark, this is a side of you I did not know. Chocolatier Mark, let's go. There we go. Yeah, it was bad. Okay. Fourth book. We got two more, including this one. X-Men. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this. Let me look at the credits. The copyright credits. Is it... Okay, here it is. X-Men of Apocalypse Alpha, #1. This is bad graphic design. X-Men of Apocalypse Alpha, #1. I read it as X-Men Alpha of Apocalypse. There's too many adjectives, or too many extra words. X-Men of Apocalypse Alpha, #1. I think this is a one-shot. This artist is... He kind of fits in the like Dan Mora category for me, because he is really good. And he's in everything. Like, he's drawing all sorts of different books now. And he's got this very cool, like, super dynamic style. Like, this is like right up his he always does these angles where like anatomy is pushed forward and perspective's crazy. He's super dynamic, like very actiony. And then he does these like blown out highlights. It feels super cinematic, almost like animation concept art or something. But I've seen him do stuff for like Spider-Man and a bunch of other things. But yeah, he's a great artist. But he's another artist that I'm like, I don't know. There's something about it that doesn't totally like grab me. But I thought I'd give it a shot. Especially they're kind of revamping this whole apocalypse thing, or they're going to like touch base back on the whole apocalypse storyline from the 90s, 2000s. And I don't know, like kickstarted or something. So this was a one-shot, and I have never picked up a book actually by the artist Simone DeMeo. So I thought, oh, it's good. Give him a shot. It's a one-shot. It's about X-Men Alpha Apocalypse, or X-Men Apocalypse Alpha. Why not? But he's good. I mean, he's a good artist. I have some of the original. I don't have them accessible right now, but I have some of the original Apocalypse stories, Age of Apocalypse stories from X-Men that were drawn by Joe Madureira. And those are really fun, and they have these same characters like Sabretooth and is this... I forgot what his name was. Was it Wild Child? And then like Marrow and Blink, all these characters. Gambit, obviously. So it's kind of cool. I mean, this guy's good. It seems like he puts these like crazy filters too, these like blurs and lighting effects, and very digital feeling, even though I don't think he's entirely just a digital artist. I think he does draw. I've seen him draw like traditional stuff before, like pen on paper. But look at those lighting effects. That's pretty cool. You know, it feels like he was looking at Street Fighter concept art when he was growing up. Rogue. And that classic, man, I should have pulled out those Madureira books. And that classic Joe Mad design for Rogue. It's cool. That's cool. Gambit. We were just talking about Gambit on... I streamed with Evan. He has a YouTube channel called The Evan Edition. We streamed this last Sunday. Some of you guys were there in the chat. And we were talking about the new Avengers movie, Doomsday, that Gambit has been... he will be in it. The Gambit from Deadpool will be in it. So we were joking around about the accent in that stream about Channing Tatum's accent, which I loved. I thought it was awesome in the Deadpool movie. I mean, he's good. He's a good artist. This guy's really good. I think it's just so close to like anime stuff. Things that I've seen, like techniques and stylistic things, choices that have been used in manga and anime, that it makes me go, okay. I mean, I like it, but it's like, it's not as different or unique. That's cool. Look at all these blur effects, lighting effects. Like he's kind of just pulling out all the stops. Mr. Sinister. It's cool. All these money shots. Wait, who is this? Oh, this is Forge. Oh, dang. Looks like Cyborg. I'm pretty excited about this. I for sure will be picking this up when this comes out in October. The Punisher by Jimmy Palmiotti, who used to be an inker at Marvel and worked pretty tightly with Joe Quesada. So a lot of some of Joe Quesada's favorite things that he's done, Palmiotti was inking him. And then Dan Panosian, who is, I mean, he did this image, you can see, such a good artist. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Yeah, this looks like, this looks like a Street Fighter right here or something. That's kind of the feeling I get from all this. But it's great. It's great. It's really tight. X-Man. I never read X-Man. Nathan Gray. Yeah, I never got into his storyline. All right. It seems like it's kind of this like summary of Age of Apocalypse and bringing it into this new storyline, but looks like they're keeping with all the same characters, just vamping up. I don't know if Simone Di Meo is drawing the ongoing series. Well, they'll probably say here. Yeah, I don't think he is. Oh, I don't know. This is his cover art. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. If you like this style of art, if you like the Age of Apocalypse, he's one of the top artists right now. So putting him on this is a nice injection of star power on this book. So I don't know if he'll be the regular artist, but looks pretty cool. X-Men of Apocalypse Alpha. So confusing. All right, let's see. Whoa, I just got behind. Putting Alpha on a book written by Gail Simone. I do like the cover. Simone, yes. No shadow cut, no cat, no buy, Mo Big says. That's his stamp of approval. It has shadow cat, it'd be in it. Would do the first thing for Art Share on the Ford channel, Mo, but I don't want to break the record on an episode with Rob, so I'll wait until next week. Oh, shadow cat. It's like a cat barfed on paper. Dang, really? I can't believe he's letting Rob. Okay, this is about Bancroft. Cranberry Lander's back in the house. What's up, Cranberry? I was just testing to see if Cranberry was lurking. He hates that character. It worked. The bait worked, Mo Biggs. Just a quinky dink. I don't know. Some might call it manga fatigue. Yeah, I could see that. The printer must have been having a sale on the color pink. Yep, that's pretty classic of DeMeo's artwork. This like pink hue on everything. And yeah, he did the colors too. He's listed here as illustrator. So not only did he do the pencils, inking, but he also did the colors. He's definitely has like certain techniques that he's just like, hitting up. Lens flares, blurs. I'm sure I can just imagine the like Photoshop layers he has here that makes the highlights super hot, like sunburn hot. Gotta lurk, yes. I'm calling way early dibs on the first signed copy of the first Rocky comic. Wow, Mark's music obsession. That's amazing. Gotta happen, Rock. It's gonna happen, Mark. Don't worry. One of the things that I do, as much as I'm a fan of comic books, when I look at a book, especially books I'm critical of, or like, I have these comments about DeMeo's artwork, right? Like, he's awesome, he's amazing, and he's a working artist. Like, he's doing it. And I always tell myself, even after I criticize, I'm like, if you think you can do better, do it then. Just like get it out there. So no, it's going to happen, Mark. I've got to like shepherd the YouTube /Discord thing forward. and also build up that at the same time. They're happening at the same time. You're just seeing more of the YouTube stuff right now, but it's happening at the same time. X-Men always sounded like a comic some mom who didn't read comics would think. Yes, I agree. I never really picked up X-Men or was around or was reading comics when that storyline came out, so I don't know that much about that character. I'm going to reimburse Rocky for a copy of Web of Spider-Man #1, 1985. Whenever he decides to do a cover for a master study, can use it to scan for the study and add it to your library. Mark, dare I show you? Wait, I got to make sure that... Whoa. That was not good. Sorry. Let me try that again. Wait, how did that... Why is that so huge? Let me see if I can shrink it. Why is that so huge? Nope. Can I move? Ah, there we go. Hello, everybody. This is not the exact way that the cover looks like, but I've been scouring the web, Mark, for... Look, I'll just put it over. I've been scouring the web for a good image of this. It's very hard to find. That's all I'm going to say. Super hot, like sunburn hot. This sounds like the Yelp review Rocky left for the pig feeder lady. No! Jeez. It was just one zoo trip, and I will be forever hounded by the pig feeder lady. That's right. You forgot the emoji, man. Use it while you can use it. Mr. Monkey Boy 1960 says, I like Spirits of the Earth better. That is an incredible cover. That whole book looks amazing. Mark's Music Obsession says, I can send you a scan, I think, Rocky, of the web cover. All right, Mark. Do it. Oh, man. What have I gotten myself into? All right, here we go. Here's the last book of today. This went pretty fast. I could pull out one more. Yeah, I got a couple other things to talk about. But this is the last book I picked up today. Cul-De-Sac #2. So, is this focused? Sorry, that's a frightening image to get super close to. But I actually just read Cul-De-Sac #1 this morning because there ain't nothing like knowing you're going to pick up the next issue in a series that will motivate me to read the book prior. Like, guilt, the size of the guilt I feel when I buy a book, like issue 2, and I haven't read issue 1 yet, the size of like monetary guilt I feel, the weight is heavy. So whenever when I saw in the that Cul-De-Sac #2 was coming out this week, I was like, oh gosh, I gotta read #1. So I read it this morning before I went to the store, and it's pretty awesome. It's really good. So if I were to summarize the story, it's a vampire story, if you can get from the artwork. But there is a suburban family that is part of a bloodline of vampires that are like the top of the food chain. And even higher, at least what I know right now from the story, at least higher than regular vampires. And there is a group, an organization, a military organization or whatever, that's trying to find this bloodline because they are dangerous and unstoppable. But the kind of cool thing is, and it's not necessarily an original story, but the way they're telling the story has been really entertaining. And Jonathan Weishak's artwork is great. It's like a perfect fit for this kind of story. the family is like kind of this loving father, mother, two young girls, and basically the mom and these three families that live in a cul-de-sac are all part of this clan, this age-old generational clan of higher up vampires. And so one of the moms of the main mom of the story takes the kids out on this yearly camping trip. And they kind of set it up where it's like she's talking to her husband. She's like, okay, I think I'm just going to, this is the time. And we all agreed on it. And so one adult usually takes all the kids from the three families on a camping trip every year. And so this mom takes them out and she reveals to him basically that, hey, you are part of this higher up vampire line. And we don't want to push you, but you should embrace the bloodlust, that is part of our line, and embrace the power that we're going to give you. And she goes kind of psycho, and it freaks out her daughters, and her daughters like freak out and run. And she basically leaves. The kids get so angry and freaked out. So they said, you just go away, stay away from us. And she's still a mom, right? So they're like, you stay away from us. We'll, you go home. We're going to stay out here in the woods. Leave us alone. So she does. And she goes back home. Sorry if I'm spoiling this for anybody, but she goes back home and all the parents are there because their kids are still in the woods. And then they get attacked by this military organization and pretty much get slaughtered. And so the kids come back to find their parents totally slaughtered by, totally murdered, and they kind of like freak out and start realizing like they need to embrace who they are. So as you're reading it, it's like you definitely feel for the family component and especially these young kids, but it's kind of cool because the way they write it, each kid has different reaction to finding out that they are blood-sucking vampires, and then when you see that they're pushed into making this decision, probably earlier than they should, it's a really interesting dynamic. So you feel for the family, you feel for the parents, but then the mom goes psycho crazy when she talks about how powerful they are, and you're like, ugh, I don't like you at all. But then she ends up being murdered, and she's like leaving a voice message for her daughter telling her to run. And it's really dramatic. And then the other thing that takes it over the top is Jonathan Waishak's artwork. He does this very, very cool. So this is Bad Idea, the company that is publishing this. Bad Idea is the same studio that does Planet Death, which I've reviewed before on the channel. And they're the ones that like print on this like special comic paper or whatever, which is cool. I mean, it's a cool feel. It's kind of like printish a little bit. But what I love about it is Jonathan Waishak has kind of taking this style, like some of it's traditional pen and ink, and then he adds this like painterly stuff to it. And he does it in spot places. It's not everywhere. But I saw an interview with him, and he was saying how he's kind of, the way he's treating each page is also following like the emotional journey that's going on in the story. So it's not just like, oh, I'm going to color it and paint it like this on every panel. It's like depending on what is happening in the story, he kind of treats it differently, and it's a little bit spontaneous that way. But it's great. It's great. And I wasn't sure. I like his artwork. I wasn't sure if he'd be a good storyteller. I've only seen his artwork in a few other issues of other stuff before, like one-shots. He has a kind of a Sam Keith, like Scotty. Oh gosh, what's Scotty's last name? You guys know who I'm talking about. It's just like a slightly cartoony style, but it also has an edge to it, and it can be really violent and graphic. I definitely feel like the Sam Keith stuff. It actually reminds me a lot of Unhinged. Jason Bascom's artwork. I know they could kind of, him and Waishak could kind of live in the same cul-de-sac, if that makes any sense. It's really aggressive and just like unbridled, and impressionistic, and it's fun. But it's great. It's great for this book. And this newsprint paper, like the white of the paper is a little duller. It has a different feel. It feels more textured, and I feel like it makes the colors a little bit more deep, if that makes sense, as opposed to like a glossy page. I'd love to see these originals. But see, he does this stuff like just this huge swath of red paint here. Lots of gory violence in it. And then he'll do like just pen and ink drawings right there. It almost looks like you're looking at a sketchbook. Rocky's the one who drew her like one of the French girls. Lindsay Rose says, it's all about story for me. Ruins the kids' lives, yes. Life improves further. Mom handed me a whisk covered in cookie dough. Aw. This mom handed these kids a rabbit and basically consumed the rabbit in front of the kids to show them, like, they thought they were going to eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and she pulled out rabbits. So, yeah, that's good on your mom for giving you cookie dough, emo trash. Have fun at sunrise with no tents, ungrateful brats. Yeah. I don't know if they're affected by, like, I don't know if they turn into dust or burn from the sun. They haven't established that yet. This one kid, he's kind of embracing the, he's embracing it. Like, when all the other kids were like freaking out, he was like, oh, okay. And then they came back and he had consumed a rabbit. So, yeah, he's going to be the first to turn, I feel like. And then at the end of the first issue, it was set up that they're going to be hunted by this hired assassin. These kids are. Somebody's sending a hired assassin to kill him. Yeah, look at that. It's super aggressive, the colors. Scotty Young. That was the name of the artist I was thinking of. Whoa. Whoa. Wild. Yeah. This is like, if you like monster horror kind of stuff, this book is right up there for you. I thought the story was quite good when I was reading it this morning. So, and I just think the art is so unique. Really liked it. This is another bad idea. This is a new book that's going to be coming out from Bad Idea by the same artist that's doing Planet Death. So he's actually a good artist. I really liked Planet Death, but I kind of feel like I like Cul-De-Sac better, which is surprising because Planet Death is more of a genre that I get into. But I'll look at this one, save now. It's cool. Yeah, this company Cul-De-Sac, I'm sorry, this company Bad Idea, they're doing some very interesting stuff. Cul-De-Sac. Number 2. Mark's music is session. Uh-oh. What's this, Mark? Wow, look at that. That's a great cover. I was looking for a book and ran across this one. I think Shanth would love that book, Mark. Definitely show that to him. That's a great cover. For those of you guys who can't see, I guess I could call that up. Oh, gosh. Goodness. Screen share. Sorry. This is worth showing. Yeah. Check that cover out. That's cool. That is a cool cover. Nice painted stuff. Man, they don't do that anymore. Shanth just posted, for those of you guys who don't know, my friend Shanth and Jetty Art, good buddy of mine, he just posted a YouTube short about Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and how, she's the original author of Frankenstein, but how she described Frankenstein is very different than what we picture Frankenstein from the movies and all that. So it was kind of interesting. I didn't even know that. So, yeah, check out Sean's channel if you're interested in seeing what Mary Shelley was talking about. Rabbit stew can be good. And that's kind of how they played it in the book. Lindsay Rose, kind of funny you should mention that. They're like, well, it's just rabbit. But the way that she ate the rabbit, it wasn't cooked. It was like, they didn't even show it that. It wasn't even that explicit, but the rabbit pretty much got disintegrated. I've learned that it's a peace offering because she ate all of the last batch of cookies, so she's making more. I almost often think that the bowl of cookie dough with the whisk or the spatula is better than the final cookies. I'd argue. Speaking of where is that Sean? Not a Rocky member? For shame. For shame. I'm going to shame him. I'll share it on Discord, so maybe Sean will. I got to get him on Discord because the way that the screen share works on it, I know that there's been some issues Shanth has had with streaming for Pizza Live for some of the movies. They get like copyright issues and blah, blah, blah. But you don't get any of that on Discord. So that's kind of cool. So I wonder if he could use that to his advantage. The only issue is you can't really record. Not that I know of. You can't record your Discord. Because once it gets on YouTube or whatever, then you deal back with the copyright issues. So that's it. It's just like live, one and done, and then it's over. But I don't know. It's fun for like watch party stuff. I've seen people like play video games and do that. And then you can like converse with each other while you're doing it, or you can chat. There's like a chat window. So it's pretty cool. Raw cookie dough is better because the risk of salmonella enhances the taste. Yeah, it does. All right. So that was the last book from this week. Cul-De-Sac number 2. Should I bring up? Nah, we'll call it. I was going to bring up something I got from the library, but we'll save that for another stream. All right, so here we are. The 5 books. Redcoat, number 14. Green Lantern Dark, number 6. Absolute Batman, number 12. X-Men of the Apocalypse, Alpha, number 1. Cul-De-Sac, number 2. Let me know in the chat which one is your favorite book from this week. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says Redcoat is his favorite. Awesome. So we'll give Redcoat. So clunky. Redcoat, 1 vote. Emo Trash says, pissed because I'm sure I'll be struggling to beat by tomorrow. Because of the salmonella? Or your sinuses? Lindsay Rose says, Cul-De-Sac, number 2. Nice. One for Cul-De-Sac. I should put some sort of like background music when I do this. Redcoat from Emo Trash. Awesome. Not surprised. Emo Trash being our resident history buff. Anything but the Cat Barf book, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says. I can't remember which one you said was a Cat Barf book. Was it Absolute Batman? I got some Absolute Batman haters in my chat. Nobody has really like jumped in and been on the same bandwagon as I have about Absolute Batman. Cranberry's back. What's up, Cranberry? What's your favorite book? Did you get to see any of them? Were you lurking enough that you got to see them? Right now, my right nostril just burns. Is running. Oh, that is the worst, Emo Trash. Does anything, any medicine help? That's the worst. Drippy nose is the worst. Like when you can't stop it from dripping, it's so exhausting. Whenever I get like bad allergies, that's one of the most miserable things. Cranberry says, I didn't get to see any of them. Well, what good are you then, Cranberry? Take a guess. Mo Biggs can't decide between Redcoat. I can't decide between Redcoat and Cul-De-Sac. Well, I'm going to put you down for X-Men of the Apocalypse Alpha #1 if you can't decide, Mo Biggs. No excuse. Yes, I just finished it. And that was, I probably don't, actually, I lied. Because the other thing that I bought at Costco, as the rest of you guys give me your votes. The other thing I bought was they have Dubai chocolate mini cakes. So we'll be probably eating those for dessert today. They're like, little round cakes. They also had Dubai chocolate ice cream pops. I did not buy those. Dubai chocolate cake pops, so like little balls of Dubai chocolate on a stick. And one thing that intrigued me, but I don't know how I would use it, is Dubai chocolate cream. I'm sorry, pistachio cream. Dubai pistachio cream. So it came in a jar like peanut butter. And it was the pistachio cream. And I don't know, do you spread it on bread? Like, do you dip a piece of chocolate in it? I don't know. But they're all branded the same. So it's like the same companies just cranking this stuff out before people realize that we're on a roller coaster ride to diabetes. Mobig says, Redcoat. Awesome. Oops. 3 votes for Redcoat. Cranberry Land just says, I'll go Cul-De-Sac. All right. 2 for Cul-De-Sac. And Mark's Music Session says Redcoat. I think we got a winner here. Oh, whoops. I'm not going to change the name of Redcoat. I think if Redcoat wasn't winning, we'd get an appearance from Bob's Big Boy Burgers. Redcoat has 4 votes so far. Cul-De-Sac 2. That's cool. I would vote for Absolute Batman 12. I think. Cul-De-Sac would come in a close second for me. Just because I enjoyed issue 1 so much. But I really like the world of Absolute Batman number 12, I think. Cranberry Langer says, I changed mine to Redcoat. All right. Really? Betrayal. You betrayed the other cul-de-sacs. 5. Cul-de-sac goes down to 1. Was that Lindsay Rose who's cul-de-sac? You're on your own, Lindsay Rose. Redcoat is cool too. Lindsay Rose. All right, darn it. Forget you, cul-de-sac. Let's just go full on anonymous. Not anonymous. Unanimous. Redcoat. Redcoat number 6. Just 1. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, then I will change the. So I don't know if you guys have been noticing. I've been changing the thumbnails according to the votes. So whatever book wins each particular week, I will adjust the thumbnail to be that book. So right now the thumbnail is X-Men of the Apocalypse Alpha #1, which I thought was a cool image, but I will switch that up to be Redcoat #14 because it's a winner. Unanimous. I got it. I got you, emo trash. I got you, but thank you. Cranberries. That's amazing. Like a red coat, Cranberry Langer says. Betrayed like a red coat. Umami-ness. That's kind of like umami. All right, cool. So nice. Redcoat number 14, the winner of today's My Wednesday Comics. Go check it out. Fresh off. And I don't know if I've said this earlier, but they're already coming out with the compiled graphic novels for this stuff. So if you want to get into Redcoat, don't want to go about like digging through finding individual issues, you can pick up the compilations now. I think they have maybe a couple volumes, or maybe it's just the first volume, which is usually about 6 issues they compile in one. So yeah, it's great. I mean, it seems like based on today's vote and just conversations we've had in the chat in the past, Redcoat's it's a fan favorite, and it's really well done. So I would recommend it as well. Okay, one more thing we can go into, and then I'll go. But let's see. So this is a short stream for some weird reason, and yet I yapped the same amount of time. So how does that work? Let's see. Let me call up a couple things here just to show you guys. For memberships, I'll just promote memberships a little bit. So let's see if this. Oh yeah, so this is the badge you get when you join, which used to be my old profile picture. It seems like that one's people like that better than the ink blot before. So good choice. Then, oh shoot, what is the order of this? Oh yeah. Then if you are a member for, I think it's a month is the designation, then you get this guy who is, oh shoot. It's not this big, but one thing that was hard to find was like images that could read at the size that they read, which is kind of tiny. And I don't know why I can't grab that at size. It's not giving me the ability to grab that. Well, here, I'll just grab it like this. So that's, I think after month 1, you get a little membership badge with the Michael Golden. That's a straight up image from the scan of the Michael Golden master study that I did in the series. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look on my channel under Master Studies. Michael Golden did a whole series of live streams where I live streamed taking a page from a book called The Nam that Michael Golden drew and reproducing it from pencils to ink. So that was that. And then after that, what's the next badge after that one? Oh, yes. Look at that one. That one's pretty cool. This is for Frank Miller. This is from the Frank Miller Master Study. So I think this is after month 2. If you're a member for 2 months, you get a little badge of Elektra's beautiful face there. This is from the Master Study that I did of Frank Miller's page from Daredevil. Pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Golden Miller. I'm not 100% sure. I think this is month 3. I'll have to go back and look. Or you guys can see in the membership tab. It'll tell you. But this is for whatever the next month is. Let's say month 3. From the John Byrne Master Study I did. I thought that was a cool one. Little Wolverine there. So again, these badges will show up next to your name. You can see in the chat right now, like Cranberry Langer's, he has the the first new member badge, which is that profile picture up there. Mo Biggs has that too. Okay, so then that's month 4. And then the last one I did. Ah, yes, I like this one. Look at that one. This is from the Mobius master study that I did. So all of these are based off of master study images. And I thought that made it more like unique to my channel. Again, hard to find images that read so small. So, but I think these all kind of work. So yeah, those are the 5 member badges. Put this guy over here that show up next to your name when you become a member of this channel on YouTube. And then you can use all the different emojis on YouTube. That's also part of the fun. You guys can see all the emojis. And then the latest one, which people voted on in Discord, another reason to join Discord, is this emoji, which is the "Am I muted" emoji. That guy kind of looks like me, doesn't he? I didn't draw this image. I kind of doctored an existing icon that I found, with the little X on his mouth and all that. But he kind of looks like me. So yeah, there we go. That's one emoji. There's the other emojis. The lime jello emoji's up there. The pig feeder lady emoji is up there. The yap emoji, shoot the fat, my Wednesday comics or Wednesday emoji, and the 30 minutes catch up emoji. I think that's it. Oh, there's a boomer emoji. I want to adjust that boomer emoji. That one's kind of hard to read, but I think could be useful as well. Cranberry Landers says, you didn't do the oblong. No. Cranberry Landers. No. I know what you're talking about. No, remember we avoided that? You guys helped me avoid that? Just have the standard for new members on fourth wall, Rocky. Just have the standard fire for new members on fourth wall. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how it works on fourth wall. Like images and badges and all that for fourth wall, Mark. Fourth wall is more just kind of access. So it has like a members only perks tab. And then that's where I can communicate with people. That's where I can upload files. So for example, if I had kept all memberships in YouTube, and one of the memberships is you get scans of all my master studies. I had no idea where I was going to place those scans because YouTube doesn't have at least not that I know of, like a place where you can download files from YouTube. I'd have to house it somewhere else. Fourth Wall does. It has a way that I can send you these images for the master studies. So that's kind of why I liked it. So yeah. Vietnam, it's a comic about Vietnam. Yes, the Nam is the apostrophe Nam, like Vietnam. The 1 year is, yes, Mark. I know. I know. Highest tier should be a monkey butt. Or Grendel. I should make the tiers your guys' profile pictures. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. That's like total like Inception marketing right there. All right, let's see. Yes, thank you guys for stopping me from doing the oblong pillar for Mobius. Lindsay Rose, you might not know what that is. You can go watch the voting stream. So what I also do, and I'm due to do another voting stream of the next master study, is what I'll do is I usually pick an artist, and then I don't know, Lindsay Rose, if you were a part of the John Byrne voting process, but if you weren't, how it goes is I usually pick an artist, and then I'll pick 3 images by that artist, and then I'll have the chat vote on it, on which one they think I should do as the next master study. So it gives you guys a little bit of ownership in picking one. But so for the Mobius one, there was one image that nobody voted for, and I don't think it was intentional that I picked it. I thought it was a great series of panels, but there was an oblong shape that looked a little phallic that everybody was like, no, you shouldn't do that one. And I'm glad that they warned me that I shouldn't do that. So that type of perk will help the fourth wall memberships. Yes, exactly. That is exactly why it's there. Max out with a Kiwi baby tier. Lindsay was here for the John Burr. Okay, so you know how it works out. Yeah, I'm due for the next one. And yeah, so anyway, that's kind of where we're building it out. It's been really fun just to kind of get my hands dirty with memberships. And it's a bumpy road. We're still smoothing things out, but we'll get it working better for sure. Mark, I'll get it working better. Keep an eye out for those of you who are subscribed on Fourth Wall. Keep an eye out for the Master Study scans are coming. First batch will definitely come this week. I'm really excited to get those out to you guys and let me know what you think. And then Discord, I am going to be rummaging around Discord as much as I had. Invite your friends. I think for those people who can join Discord or have joined Discord, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong about this, I'm pretty sure that you can invite people. So let me just throw something out here. I'm going to throw this out in the chat, an invite right now. I think they last for 7 days, if I'm not mistaken. But please join. It's fun, and it's just kind of this new space for me. And for those of you who are already very familiar with Discord, I would love if you joined and helped me like navigate some of the things. I've already reached out to a bunch of you guys to help me mod the Discord channel. So thank you for those people who already said yes. And I will appreciate any and all advice. It's been incredibly helpful. So yeah, we're trying to figure that what's the best thing, and it'll change and it'll evolve. I definitely think this screen share room is going to be a big part of it, because that seems very unique to Discord, and it seems very fun to do with other people. I do feel like I will be getting should I say? I have an idea of what I want to do for the first, well, let me just put this out there, and then I'll converse more with you guys on Discord about it. This is what I'm thinking of doing for our Super Duper Comic Book Club on Discord. I would love to talk about this book with you guys on there. So obviously, this is Frank Miller's and Lynn Varley's 300 that turned into the huge movie by Zack Snyder, but it's a phenomenal piece of art and comic art. It would be great if people have read it already as opposed to first being exposed, but if this is your first time finding out about 300 or seeing 300, then that's okay too. I'm just wondering how I should do it. Like, for those people who already own it or have read it, it'll be very familiar to you and the conversation can flow easily. For people who are new to it, I don't know if I should upload some scans or photos of some of the pages, maybe. And then where the topic goes, I kind of have to figure out how to direct that, right? I would love to talk about some of the categories that I used to bring up on my Wednesday comics, which was like why I liked a book. I liked it like how I ranked the story and the genre and the art and the characters and the style and the world or whatever. Like, I kind of feel like those categories are pretty relevant to any kind of book club discussion. So yeah, if you haven't read this, see if you can get your hands on a copy of it. I've seen it in libraries. I'm sure there's probably some sort of online copy available, or if not, if a lot of people haven't, then we'll figure out a way to expose it for you guys. So that's what I'm thinking for the Super Duper Comic Book Club. If you just want to pop into Discord during the evening, I'm usually there kind of in the evening when things are quiet and chill at home. So pop in there. You never know. I might be just like playing something in the background and just like available and online. So I know a lot of you guys are awake. Just come on in, say hello, whatever. It's just fun. You don't have to stay for long, but just I'm probably going to be there in the evenings during the week. So yeah, if you want to show up, show up. Discord link is in the chat. And what else? I think that's it. So yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Today was a great day. Lots of great books. Redcoat number 14 was the winner. And if you love the memberships and you were gifted one and want to continue it, I would appreciate that. $1.99 a month on YouTube. And then if you are interested in these master study scans for only $6 a month, you're going to get your hands on them. So I don't like the selling aspect of this stuff, but you got to do it. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Always a pleasure having you guys here. Mark, I'm going to figure out some of those things about the pre-show. I might make that pre-show public for the rest of you, but I got to go back and watch it and see if there was any sound on it at all. But yeah, we'll get that working out because I think that'll be a fun thing for Fourth Wall members, the groundbreakers, to have access to. All right, I think that's it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday and the rest of the week as well. If I don't stream again this week, I'll see you soon. I'm going to have to formulate what the next master study is, and I'll be in touch about that very, very soon. Thank you so much. Does it show who are mods? Yes. On Discord, Lindsay uses Discord to yap. So do I. On Discord, it's a color. It's a specific color. And then I think when you look at your profile, there should be like a badge that says moderator. So double check that on Discord. And they have different permissions too. I'm excited. Sugarcoat coming back. Whoa. Okay. How did I not know 300 was originally a comic? If you like that movie at all, Lindsay Rose, 300, it is like frame by frame copying the comic. And Zack Snyder, that was the first thing that Zack Snyder that I saw him do, and that blew my mind because he was so trying to be frame accurate with this. And he's also the director of Watchmen, and he tried to do the same thing with Watchmen as well too. But both amazing efforts, kind of cemented him in Hollywooddom in the Zack Snyder world. But yeah, 300 is amazing. It's a really, really good piece of comic book legend. Notifications have to work first, Rocky. I have them turned on for both. Okay, yes, I know. Thanks again for the membership, Rocky. You're welcome, Mo Biggs. I wish I can say I picked it, but randomness worked in your favor. Take that, Bancroft. Thanks for having us, Lee. You're welcome. You're welcome. Join the Fourth Wall. Yes, people, every day. Sorry, I'm reading Cranberry Sing. Ciao, everybody. Have a better rest of your day. Okay, yes, Mark's musing. He's driving to a different beach tomorrow. Be gone on Sunday. Okay. See you guys. Oh, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 was first in chat. See you later.